All right, hey there, I'm Patrick from Patchworks, and this is the CUDDY composting toilet. It's here, and people have had a lot of questions, so I thought I'd make a quick video showing an initial review of it. I haven't used it yet. I'll do another one when I do, but for now, I'll just show you what's going on with it. Minimal packaging, which of course we love. A little instruction thing with a couple poop jokes, which, you know, for a toilet, pretty reasonable. And then that's the toilet. The first thing you definitely notice is the shape. The form factor is a bazillion times better than other leading brands. You know, it's a square, it fits in things. We're working with small spaces. That's a big plus. As far as like build quality, it seems pretty good. So this is like a little flimsy, but not to where it's like would break or anything. Not as rigid as Nature's Heads are. Those are all pretty rigid, but I also think this is probably a lot lighter because of that. It's still a decent weight to it, but like it's not that heavy. And yeah, the hinges all look good. Nothing looks weak or doesn't look cheap. Looks like they did a good job. As far as the inside go, who would have guessed, right? Looks like a toilet. It's got a little turny thing to open the hatch and the diverter. It also has in this seam an extra diverter. When you look underneath, you can see how that kind of works. So even if liquid gets onto the hatch when it's closed, it gets diverted back to the main thing, which seems like a pretty reasonable thing to do. These are the sensors for the liquid thing to tell you when it's full, so you don't mess that up. And I think you got to put a 9-volt battery in here for this to work, but a couple of screws, easy enough. Down in here, it comes with a charcoal filter, I believe is what this is, and I'm not sure what this is yet, but I'm sure I'll find out. You can see the agitator. You pull this guy out, spin it, spins the agitator. Pretty simple. Put it back in, and it's in there. And then when you need to clean it, this whole bucket comes out. And let me, like, this weighs nothing. To be able to pull out just a bucket instead of a whole half of a toilet and take this way you need to go. And honestly, I'm probably just gonna line this with a bag and it'll make it even easier. But even so, that's nice. I like how simple that is. It's not something you want to be messing around with much. To be able to just pull out something with a handle. It's not heavy, it's not bulky, it doesn't have crevices and support beams in it. Like, it's cleanable and easy, and I like that. And the same with the liquids. And it's just that. It's that easy. There's no latches, there's no nothing. You take off the cap to pour it out. There's a valve in there so it doesn't smell. And that's pretty much it. You can see the hardware is all pretty good. It's got this gear. None of this is like cheap, flimsy plastic or anything like that. It looks like they were like, you know, we could do this better. It could be such a simple thing. And yeah, now it's a simple thing. And they did it in a form factor that looks good. You know, we're talking about a toilet here, but it looks good. It's a square, it's gonna fit. It's going in there on a slider for me, but that'll be a different video. It has this indicator light, so you don't overfill the liquids. That will go off, which seems like a pretty common sense idea. And then the electrics for it, it's just around the back. Just one little plug. You plug it in, and over there is part of the air vent, which I can show you on the inside actually. I believe it's doubles with that charcoal filter over there. So this comes out. And that's what you're looking at down there. Real simple, 12 volt. It's got a little fan. This charcoal filter is going to go on there, and then it pushes air out of that back end. Again, super simple, not complicated, does what it needs to do. That is, of course, me assuming it's going to work. I haven't used it yet. It might not work for nothing, but it looks like it's going to. I'll say the only things that concern me on the first look are this hatch seems to be a little not centered. I don't know if that's gonna do anything or create any problems. Like, you can barely see that edge coming over. Probably not gonna cause an issue in the slightest, but it is, you know, noticeable. And that's the other thing. This thing does not stay up, which I feel it might be a missed point, because it'd be nice for it to stay up, and it also doesn't latch closed. So when you lift this up, it falls back. Again, not a big deal, but would be better with a latch. And again, I haven't used it yet, so we'll have to wait to see, but it looks like it's really gonna be pretty good. For me, it's the only thing that would fit. I wouldn't be able to fit anything else in this build. We're working with small spaces, and it's gonna happen in a lot more builds that I do. This is gonna get used because it's the only thing that's gonna fit. So the fact that it's also gonna be a simpler thing, easier to clean, less stuff to mess with, even if something goes wrong, you'll probably be able to fix it yourself type thing, is a really big plus for me. I'm happy with it. I'm excited to get it. I'm excited to put it in and do all the other upgrades to this, but for a toilet, that's pretty excited, you know? How excited can you get for a toilet? I guess this excited. I don't think I've ever been more or less excited for a toilet. Okay, well, that's about it. Just kind of wanted to show you what it looked like, how it came in the box, what comes with it, and what's it looking like. It's not junk. It's a new cool thing. I'll make another video when I've used it for a while, so you can stay tuned if you want to see that. But for now, that's the CUDDY composting toilet. I'm Patrick from Patchworks, and I'll see you next time. Bye.